So we will head on to Sargasso, the next fun little planet in the game. Sargasso is another one of those planets that is very, very intuition heavy and tech heavy. I'll explain that in just a second. But first, we're gonna head back to our ship. Now, I have like a very specific setup for this, so try to follow along with me. Pay attention to where Ratchet's feet are right now. I have the edge of his foot, the edge of his right foot, basically along the edge of Ophelia's front or her hood. So once you have the spacing down, what I do is I turn around and face Ratchet to where the cursor is about to where I'm facing. Basically what you want to do is you want to get it in between the tree and this rock. Like, you can aim it a little bit off, but for the most part you want to aim it right there. Aim up. Get your helipack out, because for the most part your helipack is what's going to conserve all the momentum you're going to do on ship jumps. You can do it with a thruster pack, but it does not take you nearly as far or high as it does with the helipack. So what we're going to do is we're going to high jump, hit triangle once we're far enough away from the ship, and do a glide to on top of this dinosaur. You're going to want to hold. For where my camera was, you're going to want to hold joystick into the direction of your glide and swivel it up towards the dinosaur so that you can land on top of them. And right here, you're just going to jump up and grab this gold bolt. I am doing the current strats that I use in my world record, but this strat right here, I prefer that if you do this on our second visit to Sargasso 2. And I'm going to explain that. The only reason I do this right now in my current world record is because I'm lazy and don't want to move it to Sargasso 2. If you want to be fast, move this to Sargasso 2 after you've gotten the pirate hollow guys, and you will save about a couple seconds over me in this split in particular. The only reason I say that is because if you have the pirate hollow guys, you can activate the pirate hollow guys, which will be in your top cursor. Actually, it'll be in the top right cursor if you are following with me at the current pace that I am with weapons and devices and whatnot. If you didn't destroy the Veritanium crate on Riken next to the gold bolt, Mr. Zircon would not be there. You don't need Mr. Zircon. I'm just collecting extra Veritanium so I can show you guys how to fully upgrade a weapon that you're going to get later on. So let's just pretend this is our pirate hollow guys. You equip it, walk into the bolt as the pirate, and you skip this cutscene. That's all there is to it. You walk into the bolt as a pirate, and it skips the cutscene. And then you death abuse. Alright, so if for most of you guys who have played this casually, you'll be like, well, right here you're supposed to get your decryptor, and you're also supposed to use the wings after you get the decryptor to fly to the factory and get to the end of the planet. We get the decryptor later, mainly because we needed to beat the game, but we don't get it until after we've gotten this gold bolt over here. and gotten some souls. It takes 3 Leviathan souls to be able to purchase the decryptor. And you could go all willy-nilly and kill the 3 souls that are in this area, but it's a little bit faster to do it in the direction I'm about to do it. You can do the glitch I'm also going to show you on any one of these dinosaurs over here, and proceed to get the decryptor and get all your money that way. But I personally prefer this route more. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to stand on the ship about to where I am. You don't have to be exactly in the same spot every time. This spot just seems to work. If you're on the tip of her hood, that works. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up your pistol cursor in the middle of the screen to the edge of this tree. High jump, pull out your whip, and just go straight to this gold bolt out here, holding the direction, fall into the bolt, land on the ground, boom, you got the bolt. Now, you're going to want to dodge quickly, so if you want to follow movement directly as I do, I'm about to do another instance of a long jump out of a charge. This is probably one of the best locations to try it, but you can also try it like after the whip jump on Kortog. There's a bunch of high places. I would practice it more of like in the air if you can. Find places that are high up above the ground, or even practice it on the ground. Just try long jumping immediately after a charge, and you should be able to do it. You can also, if you're not bad, not die there. I'm going to go back over there just so I can show you the whole sequence, because I feel bad I died there because I stood too close to a Kirchu. Alright, so I'm going to stand up here just so that these guys can't detect me. Basically, you can long jump on this mud, so long as you don't land in the mud 3 times. Once you've landed in the mud for the 3rd time, you will basically just fall, or you will not fall, you'll sink to your death. So what I like to do is I jump out of a charge and then just do that. You can long jump out of mud. It gets you a little bit more distance and is a little bit worth it. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to pull out the whip, make this dinosaur dance, and then I'm going to very gently push this dinosaur closer and closer to the mud and kill him. If you push a dinosaur while it's dancing into the mud, its death animation plays over and over until it is finally either sunk into the mud fully or it has died by its health bar depleting. The entire time it's in this state, it gives you souls based on how many times that you have killed it. Quote, quote. This is our main source of money. If you have received 17 souls from this dinosaur, that is possibly the bare minimum that you will need going on into this section. If you don't have 17 or more, I would recommend pushing at least one more dinosaur into the mud before you sell your souls to Smuggler. That being said, you can get away with 15 if you want to do the next planet without the weapon I'm going to buy here shortly. But we're going to stay with 17 or higher, as that is the preferred amount that I will say for this playthrough or this tutorial. So try to get 17 more souls or higher. It's really not that hard. But you have to be extremely careful when you're pushing dinosaurs around, especially if you're double jumping like I do, you can high jump and push them in that way and back off last second. There's a very specific hurt box on them that if you touch it in any way that isn't the correct way, it will wreck you. And it's a terrible thing to say, but it will mess you up. Like, it'll one-shot you if you push the dinosaur in the wrong way. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm carefully walking around and like high jumping onto these sections. And we're looking for a specific wall bounce. We're gonna wall bounce off this gold rock that I'm standing right next to. Just gonna jump out. Not that angle though. Can hyper strike to get up here. I specifically recommend that you not hyper strike, that you whip out of that. If you fall down, you can save yourself. It's just very time loss worthy if you miss the wall jump or you get the wrong angle. Just want to follow and do exactly as I do. But anyway, you want to do the bounce right there and keep your eye out for birds. Specifically these birds that are flying next to me. If at any point, just like the ship on our dole list, if you are next to a bird and you whip, you will bonk midair and you will lose your angle, and this trick will no longer work for you. So if you are next to a bird and are about to bonk, hold your glide, wait until the bird's gone, then continue with your R1 spamming. Do not use the whip if you're near a bird or any airborne object. Okay. So with that said, I switched out to the thruster pack, and we're gonna jump across the top of these rocks to get towards our main objective, which is the plumber. You're gonna want to be very careful about where you land your long jumps and your high jumps. Basically, I just try to follow the method which I take. Because if you, by any chance, fall down any of these pits, you're screwed over unless you've already picked up your decryptor. And you'll have to do the entire trick over again. So basically, you just want to fall down into this room and then touch the edge of the story.
Come on, it's right this way.
And this is where you get your cutscene. So I just realized he must come from over here. He has to come over from over here. Anyway, that's the end of the planet. Theoretically, you could safe load right now and get straight back to your ship, but we're actually after 2 more gold bolts on this planet. So we're gonna use our hover boots. Not hover boots, charge boots. I'm gonna use our charge boots to get over to this dinosaur as fast as you can. Hit the 3 switches by the dinosaur, get the gold bolt. Super quick. And then for the most part, you're gonna want to go to where the casual moment starts after you had landed from your zoning. And follow my movement to where I'm going. Be very careful that you don't piss off the Kerchu guard that's right here. Otherwise, he will flat out. Well, I mean, there's no way you can't attract. Like, you're always going to attract his attention. But if you do die to him, then he's not going to be there anymore. And you're safe to go about your day. But you want to high jump, whip up onto this pipe, do like a little double jump, land on this pipe up here. You're gonna want to do another high jump to get up there. You're gonna do like a double jump whip onto this blue bar. And then you're gonna jump around the side of this fence and hover over it. So all in sequence, it should really just look like this. Then what I do is I land right about here, charge right into the bolt, and as soon as you see the cutscene, go to options, hit load, mash circle to your heart's content. And load up to go to your ship. Except, if you have not turned in your souls at this point, you want to now.
Whoa.
So you want to get your decryptor, you want to sell all your souls, you're gonna go to the vendor, buy ammo, go down, buy the nano swimmers, as that is our next tool of destruction. And we're going back to Mukau.